everyone. So I am coming on here today. I don't normally come on camera. I usually like to just kind of put out my reels, my little pictures and things like that. But I did get a couple of requests to kind of discuss my experience at BRBF, and I felt like it was just easier to just come on camera to do that. So, as you may already be well aware, BRBF 2026 was literally the highlight of my year. It was a straight photo dump during that weekend, videos, just all the different highlights. It was such an amazing experience. And so because of that, I think a lot more people are interested in attending next year. So it is just growing and growing and growing. Over 3,000 just attendees, I believe. I don't even know if that includes the authors, the narrators, the vendors, bookstores. So it was just an amazing event. And so I am going to just discuss 5 takeaways, things that I did this year to prepare that I will continue to do moving forward, and then some things that I may change or add to my my list of getting prepared for BRBF 2027. All right, so first things first, tickets. Let's talk tickets. You need to be ready. You need to be ready. Let me go ahead and tell you now that tickets for BRBF 2027 go on sale either August 12th or August 14th. It's one of those days. I will put it in the video somewhere, okay? August 12th or August 14th. Make sure you save that date. You also want to go ahead and save the date for the actual event, which is June 11th through the 13th, 2027, here in Atlanta at the Marriott Marquis. Again, be ready to purchase your tickets, because I honestly thought I had missed out this year, and I was so sad about it. Oh, heartbroken. Like, devastated. I really did not think I was going to make it, but, you know, God answered my prayers. He was sick of me, because I was just like, I need a way to get to BRBF. Please make a way. And we found a way. And I was able to get some tickets and get any add-ons, but that was okay because I was in the building and that was all that mattered. But I will say, the day that tickets go on sale, you need to be ready, all right? You need to take some time out of your day, maybe take your lunch break a little bit early that day, go in a quiet spot, have your card ready so that you can go ahead and get your tickets. I didn't realize how much of like the Hunger Games this was going to be. And I'm starting to realize that, not even with just book events, but just books in general. Because even today, I missed out. I was literally in line trying to get books from an author who had some inventory left over from BRBF. And when I tell you, somebody got the books as I was checking out, y'all, the site had only been open for like 2 minutes. It had to have been on. I don't even think it was 2 minutes, because I knew exactly what I wanted. And I clicked, went to PayPal. Honey, them things was sold out in a matter of 30 seconds of me trying to check out. So you want to be ready. You want to be patient. All right. I would suggest get the tickets first, and then get the add-ons later. All right, so next, I want to discuss packing. You're going to need a strategy when it comes to packing, because if not, that is going to be one of your biggest downfalls of this trip. And I'm gonna tell you why. So if you follow my pages, you all may remember me posting like my pre-BRBF experience and just getting prepared for that. And some of the things that I incorporated actually worked very well. If you remember, there was a point in my video where I was like packing books and I was labeling it with my name and making sure that I had everything separated so that every day would be like an easy transition when trying to go see certain authors and pick up my pre-orders and things like that. What you didn't see is that your girl was trying to pack every single book of an author that was going to be at the event. Don't do that. What you should do is make sure that when you are packing, because I'm not saying don't pack any books, but when it comes to packing books and taking the books that you want to get signed, make sure that you pack only your heavy hitters. And when I say heavy hitters, I don't necessarily mean the authors that you would consider your more popular, like your Kennedy Ryans, your Jocko Jays. Now, those may be your actual heavy hitters. What I mean is that what authors do you have to see? Like, those are the ones that you want to make sure you get the book signed. You have to take a picture with them. You have to see these authors. There are other authors where you don't necessarily have to see them, but if you make it to their table, great. I would still suggest make sure that you label them with your name so that it can be personalized for you. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see every single author. I mean, it's going to be so many in attendance, and now that the event is growing, there are probably going to be more authors there, and so you want to take the opportunity to see the ones that you absolutely love, but you want to check out some new to me authors as well. And so I took the opportunity to make sure that I went around to every table, even if I didn't get a chance to actually talk to them one-on-one. I just wanted to check them out and see who was there and take note of that, go follow them on socials and things like that. So, but again, just make sure that for those that you know you have to see, that you are willing to even stand in line for an hour, 2 hours. Those are the books that you want to go ahead and pack up. And I would say bring no more than 2, because if you plan on spending money to purchase books, the thing is you have to consider, okay, I'm going to this event with a certain amount of books in my bag, but when you leave, yeah, it's gonna be a lot heavier. That bag is gonna be a lot heavier. I guarantee you that. Everyone who attends this event, their goal is different, right? So I actually met up with a book bestie. Her goal was to just come for the vibes, right? And she did not purchase any physical books. She actually just came to get the merch because she's a Kindle girly, all right? So she doesn't buy physical books. So it really just depends on what your purpose is, what your goal is. When you are packing, you can't bring, 3, 4, 5 books per author or even narrator, because I brought books with me for even some of the narrators to sign. And then, of course, if you're coming from out of town, you obviously need to make room for your necessities, your clothes, your toiletries, etc. So now I'm local, but I actually did stay within the city. I didn't stay at the host hotel because there weren't any rooms available, but I was only like a 7-minute walk from the host hotel, so it was perfectly fine. My book bestie, she drove both days, so she was good. Our budgets were a lot different, I'll just say that. So, and that was what I wanted to do. I could have gone home every day and saved a ton of money, because we're gonna talk about budget, because that's a big thing in terms of expectation if you do plan to attend, especially for the first time. So before we get into budget, I want to talk about comfort, all right? We want to make sure that when you are packing, this is kind of like a segue from that. We want to make sure that you are taking all of the things that necessary, all of the necessities, all of the things that you need to make your experience comfortable. So down to the type of clothes you bring, the shoes, you want to make sure that you can be cute and comfortable, right? There's nothing wrong with being cute and jazzy and things like that, but comfort to me trumps all of that. So make sure that you are packing something that you can wear all day, that's heat resistant, something that you can move in, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking. So again, just even with the shoes, make sure that you are wearing shoes that are comfortable. Also, make sure that I brought portable fans. If you are someone that gets hot really easily, I definitely suggest that. They have the battery operated fans. You can do just the old school handheld fans, or you have the ones that clip on your body and will blow air on you. There's all kind of different fans that you can get on Amazon or wherever you shop for those type of items. Make sure you take plenty of bottled water to stay hydrated. And having that water is going to be so important, because these events are all day, from maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, all the way until about 4 or 5 o'clock. And so you want to make sure that you stay hydrated. You're going to be standing in some long lines. And another thing that you want to consider is maybe getting a Hulking bag or some kind of bag that you can roll, preferably something on 4 wheels. That is going to be your saving grace, so that you don't have to have everything on your shoulder in a tote bag. Because again, if you plan on buying a lot of books, you're gonna end up messing up some muscles. You're gonna end up messing up your shoulder blades, and we don't want that to happen. And yes, sometimes those bags can be a little annoying, especially when you're in a large space, or a small space rather, with so many people. You're gonna probably bump into a few people, but again, that's to be expected. So when you go to events like this, you can't get mad at stuff like that. You can't get mad when people bump into you, because it's gonna be shoulder to shoulder. It's just one of those type of events, but it's all vibes. It was community. It was beautiful. And so if you can go in there with that expectation, that won't bother you at all. Oh, and one last thing, I did notice that some of the attendees, they brought some expandable stools that were easily able to fit into their bags. I bought something similar to those, but I never used it because I ended up either standing up against a wall or was distracted by talking to another attendee in the line, so I never used mine. But again, if that's something that you may need, if your legs get sore easily or your feet hurt easily, then that's something you want to consider as well, and I believe you can just purchase those on Amazon. And for those who may require some accommodations in terms of accessibility, just make sure that if you decide to attend and you purchase your ticket, just put that information in there, and I believe that they will send all of the necessary information that you need in regards to those accommodations. All right, guys, so now let's talk about budget. So I'm not going to be too long on this. I'm just going to say that if you plan to attend BRBF 2027, go ahead and start saving now. All right? Now, we talked about, your overall goals. If you are a person who is just going to go for the experience, for the vibe, for the community, then you don't really have to save as much. You just need to worry about the ticket. And so depending on if the ticket prices are the same, which I'm not sure if it's going to be, but if they are the same, at minimum, you need to save at least $200. All right, so what does that $200 include, or what did the $200 include? Well, it included my access to the event for all 3 days, for Friday, Saturday, as well as Sunday. I was able to attend all of the panels. That does not include the keynotes. The keynotes were add-ons, but there were so many panels that included the author meet and greets, the narrator meet and greets, the signings and things like that, and just access to vendors and the bookstores that were there. And it was a lot. I felt like we got a lot for, even without the add-ons. you are going to have an amazing time. And so although I wanted to attend a couple of the events that require add-ons, it was fine. I probably wouldn't even have made it because I was trying to go to so many other things that were included. You also want to include your book budget, and that includes your pre-orders. There are going to be some authors on site that will have a limited amount of books, because a lot of them are not local, and so they're traveling and they cannot travel with all of those books, and so they will have a limited amount that they will bring with them. So many of them will allow you to pre-order so that you can come meet and pick up those pre-orders at their tables. Some authors on site didn't have any books available, and so some of them were just kind of discussing the books that were coming out in the near future, and you were just able to maybe bring the books that you already have to get them signed and to get a picture. So you also want to remember that there will be vendors there as well as your local bookstores. So you want to support them as well. You're going to be hungry, so you got to budget in the food. And you need to budget in your hotel costs if you are coming from out of town, or even if you're local like myself who also stayed in a hotel. You need to budget for that. You need to budget for parking. You need to budget for Uber, Lyft, Waymo. I may be saying that wrong, guys. I've never used Waymo, and I never will because it freaks me out. But anyway, I digress. But yes, you want to consider all of that. And so you have the entire year. Well, you don't have a year. I'm sorry. You don't have a year because the tickets will go on sale in August. But you at least want to consider the other things, including your hotel costs, the book budget, and all of those things. You have a year to save up for that. But you only have a couple of months to save up for the actual ticket as well as the add-on. So you probably just want to get a general idea, a ballpark figure how much money you need to save. So if you are someone who is just going for vibes, you need to save up for at minimum $300. If you are going for the full experience, you need to save up for about $2,500. Yeah, but guess what? It is all worth it. Every single penny. Okay, and so my final takeaway is just overall experience. As you may already know, I had an amazing time. Again, it was the highlight, or has been the highlight of my year so far. And I've attended a few events. I'm not new to attending book events. I've gone to several book events, book fairs. I'm actually going to one next month. So I'm a little distracted right now because my lawn people are here and I feel like they want me to move because I'm probably in their way. So hold on. Okay, I'm gonna just try to hurry up and finish. But again, the experience was amazing. For those who are thinking about coming and they're just not quite sure, I may be a little biased, but I say go ahead and shoot for the stars. It is worth it. The BRBF team did an amazing job. Words really just can't express how great of a time I had. The withdrawal was real. And honestly, God willing, I will be in attendance every single year. And so if you are local, or even if you're not local, if you want to possibly attend together next year, I went into this year thinking I was going to go solo, but I ended up meeting up with a couple of people. But yes, I definitely will be in attendance without a doubt. And I will be ready August 12th or 14th, whichever day it is. I will be prepared and ready. And but yeah, if you have any other suggestions, if you have any other questions, just leave them down below. I will happily answer. Thank y'all for listening, and you probably won't see me on camera anytime soon, but maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I like to just do my little reels and stuff, and that's it. But that's it, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.